Hello, dengar?
Okey, boleh dengar.
Dengar, alright. Alright, so hello everyone, viewers, hello semua rakyat Malaysia. Edition of the Smart Cycling Podcast brought to you by Cycling Selangor and MBI Selangor. So hari ni we'll talk about everything cycling, and to kick things off, we're going to talk about the indoor cycling scene sebab we cannot be riding outside. It's against the MCO, it's against the SOP. So the basics and what's up with it to keep you occupied during the extended lockdowns. Yeah, the lockdown has been extended for like quite a while, and then most of us cannot ride outside. I mean, not most of us, all of us cannot ride outside. So we're stuck with our trainers right now. So yeah, our guest for today, our guest speaker for today is Mr. Philip Yip. Can you,
Hello everyone.
yeah, can you
Yes,
introduce
my
yourself a bit?
name. Hello guys, my name is Philip. Some people call me Philip. Some call me Phil. Almost ada kat India cycling kat Malaysia ni. So I'm a current manager of Giant SS2. So I've been in the cycling since almost a decade lah. So I kind of like to do most of my ride indoors. So that's why I think that's the part of the reason I've been invited to be your speaker guest today.
Yeah, indoor riding is a thing now.
Yeah, think about it. Balik, I think back in like 2013, 2014, masa tu, indoor cycling wasn't the thing at
What,
all.
what,
Nobody,
what? Yeah, what is indoor cycling? Eh? Outside is free.
no, yeah, never ever in our life that we will think that we have this kind of pandemics that will
Yeah,
attack
exactly.
the whole world, causing
Mhm.
indoor cycling to booming for the past 1-2 years.
Yeah,
This is something revolutionized to the whole industry. So yeah,
yeah. So I think I'm just gonna go straight to the questions about how do you get into indoor cycling and about this indoor cycling 101 lah basically. Uh, so
boleh.
first things first, how do I actually, or anyone out there who wants to start indoor cycling, what do they really like need to have equipment and stuff like that? How do they start
Actually,
it?
actually, if you talk about is a lot of people come in their mind. Oh, I'm gonna have very expensive road bikes, and most important, I need to have a so-called smart trainer, yang sangat bangsawan, harga beriban-iban punya tu.
Yeah.
But actually, it's not. I still remember back in 2013 when I just started my first indoor cycling experience. I started with a dumb trainer, which
Mm-hmm.
is gonna just gonna cost me about 500 ringgit back then. Minora, a dumb trainer,
Yeah.
and also uh, some NT plus dongle. Back then kita cuma ada NT plus, tak ada Bluetooth, and then speed and cadence sensor.
Mm-hmm.
And most important, you need to have a laptop or an iPad. Back then, we just use a laptop. iPad it's very expensive back then. So
Yeah. So
so
second hand pun very expensive.
kita taklah sangat mampu, tapi kita nak want go through this indoor cycling because I remember one of my friend Ian Johnston. If
Mm-hmm.
he hearing this, I think he will recall back then when we are in the team of Specialized Malaysia. He's the one who introduced me the Zwift, and
Yeah.
then back then Zwift just on the beta version. So he just tell me, you need just a bike, a dumb trainer, NT plus dongle. Back then NT plus dongle is a thing, is yang benda yang sangat susah nak cari lah.
Yeah.
So tak mahal pun sekarang. Lazada, Shopee boleh dapat RM50, RM30 dah boleh dapat.
Mm-hmm.
Kan, doesn't matter. So yeah, and then second thing is paling penting is speed cadence sensor. I think itu paling penting lah, which is
Mm.
NT plus and Bluetooth connection yang and compatible.
Yeah.
With that, I think pretty much you have the setup to start up. Some people say, I don't have the trainer, can I start with roller? Sekarang roller pun boleh juga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
It,
think it's everybody can start it with a very low cost.
yeah, like you have a trainer or a roller spoon. Roller spoon is not bad, right? Because you can also improve your bike handling, improve your core,
Yeah.
all those
Balancing.
balancing. Yeah, betul.
Yeah. It's just that the from the roller cuma dia tak ada resistance lah. So therefore
Yeah.
you can't actually have I remember if I'm not mistaken Zwift dia ada satu setup for the roller maximum you can put up 400 watts. Say you are you are capable to pull out more beyond 400 watts. So roller won't justify for you. So it's not enough for you.
Mm,
So anyway, it's still a very good setup. So do a calculations. If you have a legitimate mountain bike yang okay, entry cost probably start at 1,500
mm-hmm.
kan. And a dumb trainer or roller is going to cost you 400-600 ringgit. And T plus dongle 50 ringgit to 30 ringgit. Speed sensor cadence 200 to 300. An iPad or smartphone basically less than 3,000 ringgit you dah boleh start.
Yeah, and then you don't have to spend everything all at once, kan? You can just get your bike
Correct.
first. You can get maybe the trainers maybe
Exactly.
next month. Yeah, you
Exactly.
don't have to
Yeah.
rush.
Yeah. So that's is for the low cost one, right? So
Mm,
and then the second thing, the now teknologi dah sangat canggih. So things obviously akan people are start to chase for technology for accuracy,
mm-hmm.
consistency kan.
Yep.
So there is another kind of Ep.1 setup. It's going to cost you from probably 10,000 all the way to nowadays what we have. Wahoo yang ada sekarang paling one of the most advanced punya indoor trainer is the kicker bike lah. So 17,000.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's a bicycle
that's
itself, right?
yeah, that is what we call sangat orang cakap I would say affordable
Yeah,
in comparison. Kalau Ivan you pernah masuk MSN kan, MSN kita kan ada apa ni,
the watt
watt
bike.
bike.
Yeah,
Watt bike gonna cost you more, man. I think
yeah,
remember not mistaken 20,000.
yeah.
Itu lagi gila
True.
and it's heavy. It's so bulky.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think technology had advanced at the same time. It's more accessible to the public. So
Yeah, it's more to consumer lah. Like for the
yeah,
watt
I think
bike, itu more to like betul-betul serious athletes and all those professionals kan.
exactly.
Like the
Exactly.
Wahoo Kicker bike, it's more to apa consumer punya base lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I think sangat orang cakap penting lah sebab dulu. But I think another thing is people always think about indoor cycling. Oh, it's only for the serious cyclists. But
Mm,
which is I don't kind of agree lah. Actually, anyone pun boleh pun boleh do indoor cycling for a reason.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to question number 2, maybe maybe you can explain a bit 1 or 2 points. What are the benefits of riding indoors? Is it good? Is it not good? Or yeah, what are the benefits of riding
To be
indoors?
honest, uh, for the past 7-8 years, kan, all my trainings are done indoors.
Simple.
Part of the simple. So why I would say I do it indoors. Even during the race season, I pun do a lot of indoors. Of course, at the same time I really enjoy riding outdoor. Back then kita ada PNR kan. So ada every Thursday we ride in Putrajaya. We have some racing, and then some weekend ride sometimes with the JCC again.
Long
So it's
rides.
fun. I didn't say that indoor cycling is the end of it all, but I choose indoor cycling for a reason because of first thing I can do it anytime
Mm-hmm.
despite of my busy schedule. Sebab I have to work. Sebab I ada daylight job, right? So
Yeah.
I have to take care of the business. So I can't be riding like most other people that yang boleh kayu pagi pukul 6 subuh keluar, lepas tu kayu sampai pukul 12
Balik.
and then go and work and
Yeah.
balik or they I have to still have to attend works and businesses.
That's not
So
for everyone lah. Yeah.
I can't really do it. So then I can do it. First of all, I can do it anytime. I can schedule my time. And second thing, because of you doing indoors, technically you tak akan when you're doing your training kan, you keep spinning, right?
Yeah.
It's a hour dedicated and focused workout. So you can't, right? You tak boleh relax. So it's very time effective lah. So 1 hours of indoor hard workout, bahasa MSN, effort. Kalau kita buat effort, kan? So it's more than produce more quality workout than kita do macam mileage outside lah.
Yeah.
So secondly, it's safe by
Yeah.
the family. I think you can understand that.
Yeah.
We are safe. We need to be safe.
No one will come and bang you from behind.
Yeah. So and then where the proof, most important and all, when you train indoor, you train with power.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, that is really the end and all of every kind of training.
Yeah.
Train with power is the key. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the benefits I can see riding indoors versus outdoor. Outdoor ada bagus, yes, but when think about indoors, is so much you can get just by riding 1 hours per day. Right?
Like I read somewhere, riding indoors, I mean proper effort indoors is like for 1 hour is equivalent of like 2 hours or 3 hours riding outdoors. That's where I read. I'm not sure if that's true or not. What do you think?
I would say yes, no, depends on that individual. For an experienced rider like you, I'm pretty sure when you ride outdoors, you want to ride your max effort, right? So you akan really max it out. You won't be like santai, maybe once a while. I understand. Sometimes we need to have a break, right? Once a while kita kena relax it up.
Copyright.
But yeah, we have to, right? So we need to have balance, work rest balance. So it's true to a certain point, provided that person, they know what they're doing. But most of the people out there, especially the beginners, sekarang ada pandemic, the cycling punya orang yang start cycling is growing tremendously, exponentially. Bukan kata sekali ganda, 2 kali ganda, is way beyond that. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people, newcomer come in, they don't really know what cycling indoors or trainings this word all about. So I think that's why we are here today to explain just that, right?
Yeah, nice. So moving on, I think question number 3, I have this written down. Also there's a lot of people asking me on Instagram, on what they text me, like, can I really get fit and stronger by only riding indoors without training outdoors?
This kind of question, I always give a very generic punya answer lah, which is yes and no. Kenapa yes and no? Okay. Provided you are doing a structured training, a structured training program, you know what you're doing. Proper training. You know every time you ride on the bike, you know what is the reason. What are you targeting? Are you targeting to max out your effort? Are you targeting to actually sprinting effort? Are you
depends on
trying to train you? Yeah, this is. I think that's the key point. Kalau seseorang tu dia cuma kayo without any kind of goal they never have a goal in mind. They just want to ride. I just want to ride. I just want to sweat it out. That's what we call as junk mileage lah. Kalau if this junk mileage, technically you can't really see the benefits of riding.
Just more to general fitness or general health, which is okay, right?
Yeah. Which is like a zone 2 ride. Actually, it's very good for most people. Tak kira dia ada medical background ke, tua ke, doesn't matter. It's still good, right? At least you move. I think it's a good thing. But so when it comes to training, when you talk about you want to get fit or get strong, then you need to have a goal. Without a goal setting, pretty much you are just wasting your time, right?
It's like untuk kayu kesihatan lah.
Yeah, this is the thing lah. So I pun rasa sometimes people just have clueless why they are riding. So I think it's everyone have their own reason to start cycling, but as you achieve your goal, you have to move to another goal, right? Just same in life. So you need to have every single goal to set a goal to make sure you are improving over time.
Cool.
Yeah, but that being saying that riding indoors, like I say, is not be or end all. Yeah, you still have to ride outdoor to learn about how to handle the bike, how to shift the gears when it's climbing, peloton ethic, right? Road riding safety, ethic like hand signal.
That's very important. Yeah, if you don't ride outside,
you can't really get that indoors lah.
Yeah.
You know, because even though another thing is how to pace yourself. A lot of people say, you know how to pace yourself, but diorang tak tahu tau. So diorang just hentam je. Just hentam. And riding indoors, you can learn just that. How to pace yourself using the power meters. But if you kind of get the experience, how it, say, for example, I'm riding at the zone 4, right? A dash hole. You know how it feels. So you make sure that when you ride outdoor, when you are climbing, you don't overdo yourself lah, so that you takkan bong, kan? So I think that riding indoors ada baik, tapi provided ada orang guide lah.
Yeah, betul. I agree.
Kan kita dua orang semua, kita semua pun dah kayu indoor banyak. Compared to most people out there.
So kalau riding indoors ni, it's like you're static kan, only on one place, tak pergi mana, angin pun tak ada, nothing to see kiri kanan, it's just your door, a wall and a roof. So how do people make indoor cycling more fun and more interesting?
I think this one back then, ada cakap story lama sikit. When I just started, I'm very motivated tau. You know, when I see people, all the pros riding indoors macam buat itu. I also very motivated. Saw on YouTube, I want to do it, right? So when I try it myself, tak boleh tu.
Cannot go.
Tak boleh. So it is boring indeed back then. Tak lama pun, 7-8 years back, 2012, 2011, sebelum tu tak ada Zwift lah, all these apps pun tak ada, kan? So we just use our own stopwatch, kita tekan, kita hentam je, and we don't even know what it's doing. That time, yes, it's indeed very, very boring. I still remember one of my friend, German, Kai, he's a former photo rider, dia same Telekom. Same dengan sama team dengan yang Yurik lah. Dia pun cakap dengan saya, dia cakap, mana macam saya tak faham kenapa, how the hell you guys ride indoors? He told me. Given his background lah kan, dia old school lah, so of course lah dia memang kena kayu luar. So tapi nowadays things again, like I say, it's changed a lot. Technology has advanced. A lot of software apps been coming out. So I will categorize these kind of apps into two types, right? So one type is we call it as socializing and interactive cycling apps, right? Second type is training apps, really dedicated just for training. So I categorize them as two types. So the type A, the socializing interactive one, there are a lot of them. I think a lot of people know about this. Zwift being I think at this era lah, pandemic era, I think it's very, very meletup. Yeah, betul.
If like invest stock for Zwift, it's like
it's shooting up, man. So even I think you have shared with me that people, somebody in Zwift, they are so busy with their schedule nowadays for the races. events semua kan.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this kind of socializing interactive apps. So how why we call it as a socializing interactive. So first thing, kalau putus lah, so boleh.
Apa
Boleh.
relax? Okay, clear.
So Zwift ni is like a virtual world lah. So virtual world meanings that macam kita main online game last time, which is like a RPG. So you have your own and your friends have their own avatar. Both of you riding in the same world, in the virtual world, on the same road. So korang boleh socializing lah, boleh you guys can chit chat inside, you know, and talk to other people in another country. And yeah, it's and through races ke events ke, it's a very fun thing. So people can do gathering indoor virtually. Macam kita sekarang, kita pun virtually ada interview kan.
You can
So
also
it's
chat
very,
in that.
yeah, it's just a very, I think it's a very revolutionizing punya technology yang happen to our age lah, which is very very kan. So second thing is interactive. How do we say is interactive pula? Is because if you use the slightly higher end one, kita cakap apa ni? Macam bangsawan punya macam smart trainer.
Smart trainer, yeah.
Smart trainer kan. So there's so many brands out there. Wahoo, Tax, apa ni? Elite, Magin, you know, all these brands coming out and get the price point lower and lower. So it's more accessible to the consumer. So all these smart trainer, they can actually simulate the gradient of the climbing. For example, if you're climbing 10% punya gradient, you punya apa ni resistance tu akan jadi makin berat, then you have to switch gear, which is something very realistic lah.
Yeah,
we have even make it something even cooler. They make this Wahoo kicker climb where you can mount your front fork onto a machine. When you climb, literally your bike tu akan elevated lah.
Imitates the position of you on the bike lah.
Yeah, so something I kind of and I find it really very good for training simulation. It's about in order for your muscles to understand to get used and understand and adapt to the things that you keep on doing. Those are the old things lah. Kita orang cakap, kalau you nak climbing, you nak kuat, you kena climb lebih banyak. You nak sprint banyak, you nak kuat, you kena sprint banyak kan. You have to keep on doing the same thing all over again to adapt to it. Eventually, you will become stronger. So yeah, cycling is repetitive punya sport lah. So you have to keep on doing the same thing. But if you have something like climb, dia boleh elevated, so you will use another, we call it as a climbing muscles lah. So it's something very good. So other than Zwift, ada juga macam RGT cycling, Two Gas, and Ruvi. RGT pernah main lah. Tak lama tak, actually tak new sangat pun. Actually RGT pun have been here for some time lah. Like 2-3 years already. Yeah, so there's a lot of but of course this is our paid apps lah. Right? So and the next thing is the training apps, right? Training apps, which is very dedicated to the training goal alone. So something like Trainer Road, Sufferfest.
OG punya.
Yeah, I think that is a very very good punya apps that we can actually use also. So that don't make your indoor cycling is so boring lah kan. You are not just looking to the wall. You are looking some videos yang boleh keep you motivated. So I think that is a very good thing. Then that's how myself entertain myself during the
you can see what's coming, what has finished, how are you doing, what's your condition right, on the bike.
I think so in cycling apps sudah tak sama macam dulu lah, whereby we have to do everything manually, have to do our stopwatch calculation, which is all that is no longer done. So technology, we have to use our technology lah. Kalau tak, kita bazir saja. Kita hidup kat dunia ni.
Nice. Okay, so there's one more question for me to ask is there any groups or events that organizes like indoor cycling like during this, especially this MCO period lah, ada macam group yang buat indoor
There's a
cycling
lot
punya
actually.
meet up.
Oh yeah, there's a lot sekarang. For example, macam kita Wahoo,
Mhm.
kita pun ada sekarang buat satu Wahoo Malaysia e-racing. So it's a series. So kalau nak tahu lebih banyak, kita boleh cerita nanti.
Okay,
So
boleh.
it's a race, right?
Yeah.
So it's a race. So kita ada buat satu race. So why we make it as a race rather than a kayu santai, like a group event. So again lah, kita nak target the audience that which is want to improve themselves, right? Eventually you need to start. I said early on, you need to have a goal, right?
Yeah.
So we make this a race which is a handicap race. So ada group A, B, C, D. How we categorize them is based on their fitness level.
Mhm.
So fitness level ni kita. So eventually, if you have a goal, you want to be a stronger person, a stronger cyclist. So you need to keep on winning. But how to win in your category? How to advance to another group? You have to keep on training.
Yeah.
So that is the goal that we want to create a culture, a racing culture, and at the same time we want people to stay competitive. So I think it's of course healthy competition lah.
Yeah.
So another thing, some like cycling Selangor, I think I still recall ada buat macam Strava challenge.
Yeah.
Ada Everesting, all that, all the things.
This crazy
So I think
stuff lah.
crazy stuff lah. Sebab you can only do that indoor kan. So your wife, family can see you.
Okay, still there, still safe. Okay, tak lari pergi
You
mana.
still you tak pergi mana. You still stay indoor, right? So you can do it lah, 24/7. Tak ada kira lah. You at least you stay in a house. Your wife won't be happy. The home minister won't be happy.
Sikit call kan. Tapi pukul berapa nak balik ni?
Kalau cerita kita ada geng-geng Maulana sikit kan. So there's a lot, yeah. So it's a lot of groups out there, clubs like that. I know, indoor challenge, but most of them are doing it indoors lah. I've been using this kind of Zwift apps. So Zwift apps is something very helpful at this time. It's this hard time because you got no choice, right? You can't go out to ride.
Out of 10 riders, I think 9 are using Zwift. Out of 10, maybe 8 lah, just to be fair. 8 out of 10 are all using Zwift because they can choose their routes. You can buat dia orang punya training program. Maybe you can masuk race, all the events and stuff like that, right? So like macam Kona, the other day, dia buat 10k Everest Gila. Kan?
Dia memang itulah level Maulana.
Oh, gila. Betul. Duduk rumah, kayu 12 jam, 13 jam. Settle Everest. The next day sambung kayu lagi. Legend.
Kalau dia tak masuk Olimpik pun bazir tu.
Tomorrow I'll be having another race dengan dia. Dia tolong dia bagi menang dekat itu apa? Champs-Élysées, France.
Damn. So but one thing, speak about race, I have some topic to share a bit lah. But racing in Zwift is very different than what you are racing or riding outdoors.
It's like 180 difference outdoor and indoors.
Right.
Betul-betul lain.
Right. Betul lah. It's like totally different sport, right? So you could be a very strong rider outdoor. Doesn't mean you could be a very strong rider indoor in the Zwift. Right? Yeah. I'm crappy. I'm a crap. So I totally tak boleh nak pergi mana lah kalau nak kata race ni indoor ni. I memang bukan tak minat. I try to improve myself. Eventually, I just can't catch up with them. So I think one of the reasons I go through this with my friend lah, with Jason one day, is indoor ni, because why it's so different, because you can't stop, right?
Yeah.
When we're riding outdoor, hentam, and then we can hide in behind our friend,
Yeah,
draft
for
back.
micro recovery kan.
Yeah, we have the micro rigger, but indoors for Zwift, no, it's like zero, no chance. It's like a FTP FTP test all out 1 hours. Full
Yeah.
gas. Your legs just can't stop. So yeah, it's really suit for certain type of people, but definitely not kind of people like me, man.
Like
Betul
I
lah.
saw, yeah, I watched the apa nama World Championship Zwift, virtual World Championship.
Ah,
All these pro riders join, and then suddenly the one who won is a professional skier,
here.
snow ski. Uh,
Oh.
Bukan cyclist, but he trains cycling lah. Tapi yang menang on Zwift World Championship is the guy who ski, not a professional cyclist.
Cross
Betul-betul
country
lain lah.
skier lah kan.
Yeah,
Cross country skier lah.
cross country
Oh, well, I'm
skier.
not surprised. Cross country skier have one of the highest VO2 max
VO2 max.
recorded VO2
Uh,
max ever, right? So they have a bigger lungs. So it's
yeah,
a very deep sport lah, macam saya cakap. So that's why have this kind of Zwift racing now. Even I think UCI sudah recognize kan as a
yeah.
e-sport, kan? In even the Olympic, I heard.
Olympic I'm not sure, tapi the World Championship tu dah ada lah. UCI.
So you see, so it's a very big thing. You see,
Yeah.
so Zwift is actually changed the world of cycling.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good. It's create another kind of discipline for some cycle. For monthly, I'm out.
Cannot go.
I cannot go. I memang tak boleh pergi. I try my very hard unless I weight doping .
Yeah, you just put yourself like what? 20 kilos?
45 kilo lah minimum kan
Yeah.
in the setting. That's what I heard. So yeah, it's a very different thing lah. So like it or not.
Yeah, it's also very wide. Like you can get everyone from all over the world.
Right.
And yeah, like you mentioned just now lah, apa nama? You can be strong, very very strong outside, and when you're
Yeah.
in Zwift, it's like, wish, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's totally different. When I still remember when I first time riding Zwift in a race
Teruk.
I teruk. Keep it short lah kan. Kita keep it short, but it's still a very good workout. Nonetheless, I like it because it's a very good workout. It's like you have to keep on hammering yourself, push yourself to like not really 100%, like 95%. If you 100%, nanti you kena recover So
Yeah.
you can't. So Zwift is a good thing. So I think if anyone want to start indoor cycling, is a very good platform to start lah.
Yeah, so that they don't get bored and stuff like that lah. Like for me myself, weekdays I usually do 3 races on Zwift, which is like memang weekdays time constraint a bit. So if you go for a race, I think your effort, or maybe people who understands TSS, the training stress score,
Yeah.
80 to 100, which is crazy for like of riding. Dah dapat that kind of TSS, gila lah. So
it's very hard.
you can still maintain your fitness over there without doing long hours on the saddle.
Correct. So a lot of people, tu saya cakap kan. So if you ride indoors, if you really hammer yourself, you eventually will get fit by doing all this kind of consistent riding. But of course, you have to be careful of your resting.
Yeah.
So that you won't jeopardize your body and doing it too much, it's sometimes not good.
Yeah, recovery is part of training as well, kan?
Exactly. Yeah, I think maybe we can. Next time kita boleh cakap pasal tu.
Boleh next time.
Yeah, sure. So what else we can talk about?
I think we have covered basically a lot.
Yeah.
Itulah. We've been talking about Zwift, talking about riding indoors, how to not get bored, how to make indoor cycling more interesting. Semua we dah cover. So I think basically nak cakap a bit about Wahoo MY punya race.
Okay.
Yang kita nak masuk now we're going to season 2 kan?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So okay lah, you ask me the question.
Hmm. Macam mana Wahoo MY punya Zwift racing, how is it structured and how do you actually organize the race? Sebab we cannot get, it's almost impossible to get an official event by Zwift kan? So
Yeah,
how do
is
we create the meetup and how do we really make it as fair as
yeah
possible?
it's okay. Sekejap. Aduh. Putus lah. Sekejap.
Okay dah.
Ada.
Hmm.
Okay. 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 So long story cut short about Wahoo MY. So ini Wahoo MY Racing, e-racing ni. So it started some brief history lah. It started last year actually. It started last year by one of my friend, Jason Walker. Dia start during the pandemic lockdown 1.0 when we all of us literally tak boleh keluar. So we create a format, we call it as a handicap format, right? So why do you call it as handicap format? So we have group A to EE. So how we categorize the people? So the strongest rider will be in the A, and then followed by the kita categorize them based on their fitness level lah. So what is the fitness level? Is based on their FTP, so functional threshold power. And how you get the functional threshold power? Technically, you need to do a test, a RAM test in Zwift before you start to participate. So in a way, to know where you are as a rider, your fitness level as a rider. So something very good about cycling is everything can be quantified, right? So sebab everything can be quantified, kita boleh create the race. So the strongest riders will have to give the time handicap to the slowest rider. So meaning that the slower rider, the group E, will go first, and then Jason will do the calculation on how this how many based on the speed lah, the historical speed. That the group FTP average punya FTP, how many speed they can for the whole course, and then Jason will calculate the so-called handicap timing lah.
Yeah.
So from there, we can, for so far, our winner is never
the same kan?
Never be the same, and mark my word, it's never be the strongest rider to win yet. So group A has so far has never, bukan tak pernah lah, ada lah once a while, but so far is very accurate, and we are very proud to say that we are entering the season 2. We started season 1 early this year, and then because of the orang cakap dapat sambutan hangat, a lot of our participants requested us to do it again. So come this MCO 3.0, and so happen times hit the right time, so we create the season 2. So the season 2 is coming up soon, so register, and nanti kita akan share tu link.
Link kat bawah lah. We just put the link kat bawah. Siapa nak register, contact link tu.
Contact link. So eventually kita ada a group of I have thanks to this group of administrator. Diorang ni macam orang cakap apa? Diorang help us lah to
run the show lah.
To run the show, to do the plan the registration, to orang cakap to plan the registration, to kira punya itu handicap, and then recording the video.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's more of a community base.
Yeah. So it's a very fun and exciting experience.
Yeah.
And speak of which, e-sport is indeed the future, because last time kita nak buat satu event susah though. Now indoor we can just do it every week, man. So it's a totally different world now. So I really encourage everyone to do cycling. Regardless you like it outdoor or indoor. Indoor
cycling
is also another alternative you can consider lah.
cycling brings people together, lah. You can say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, right? So
So
yeah,
yeah, I think we've been talking for quite a while. Right pun dah nak habis. Right.
40 minit.
20 minit tu lah. Yeah, I think cukup lah.
Okay,
Um,
good.
Me myself on behalf Cycling Selangor would like to thank Mr. Philip, oh Mr. Philip,
You're welcome.
for
Okay.
having us, and
Thanks. I enjoyed all. I enjoyed the session.
yeah, thank you so much. And Cycling
Oh,
Selangor will definitely have more of this kind of topics to talk about,
yeah.
and more of this podcast maybe once a week if we have the time, once a week, and different guests lah. Also
Yeah.
different kind of topics, and then also we will also have more challenges and activities for you guys out there, especially on Zwift. So you have to follow Cycling Selangor on Zwift and also on
Cycling
Strava.
and like. Yeah.
Yes.
Subscribe. See you guys indoor.
See you guys indoors. MCO tak boleh buat apa.
Thank
Okay.
you.